So let's kill people. Just for you. I know it's weird, Judo Joker. Although, as people are fond of pointing out, that doesn't really mean anything. But I'll take whatever mild bit of pride I can in the fact that I'm in the top 1% of Twitch streamers. Because I can, you know, make a living wage. At all. Techno Viking. Okay, I think that's all of them.
Roger, this is Expo 2. I am in the air. I see your smoke. I'm at the LZ.
Come here, businessman. Which is funny, because near as I can tell, Japan isn't here at all. China, South Korea, North Korea, Russia.
Great work. Now get out of there.
Give me my money. Oh yeah, that reminds me, offshore Twitch account. You were asking what I would talk about in a Never Gonna Happen rumination on Hitman. Obviously, the overwhelming majority of what I would talk about would be gameplay related, for reasons I don't even feel the need to explain. Hang on. Yesterday... come on, game. Yesterday, Zaktef suggested we balance out our rep by hitting the Russians, so let's do that. Okay. What I would probably primarily talk about is how Hitman 1 does a good job of setting up the stakes, setting up the situation, and making it so like, okay, I'm kind of with it. Excuse me, I need your vehicle. Thank you. Oh, the smell. Picture the smell. Oh, jeez, these things. And the two most interesting characters in the trilogy are the Constant and Gray. Gray, of course, being, 47, but with an actual character. And the Constant being... I want to say the beginnings of an interesting character. The everyman, who, by all intents and purposes, should probably be our ally, but he just has too much actual power hungriness in order to ever be on the more benevolent side of things. He just wants to be in charge. He's crawled his way up to the top to do so, and he helps us take down the Providence leadership so he can become the Providence leadership. I'm with all of that. And then Hitman 2 does a good job of escalating almost all of that. I loved the Hitman 2 cutscenes, and I loved how things progressed in Hitman 2 a lot. There's even even the dialogue is better in Hitman 2. There's a wonderful bit where we have captured the Constant, and he flat out says, we say, here's the thing, blah, blah, blah. And he says with this, like, rustled tone, well, where's the carrot? And the answer is, there's no carrot here. Wow, okay. That's just my life now. 2 missiles. That's all it took. Do I like 47? No. So, please don't shoot me even once. Hey, there's regen. That's myself up. But, you knew there was a but coming. Too far, Zaktef. But then there's Hitman 3, and if I could be blunt, I obviously gave most of the story negatives for Hitman 3, and I stand by that firmly. I really feel like Hitman 3 absolutely failed on the promises of Hitman 1 and 2. Gray just leaves the narrative, okay, and then the Constant actually also leaves the narrative. Like, they feel like they were trying to go for this, cat and mouse thing between Gray and Diana, but they never actually did anything with that. and tried to pull Diana in as one of his agents also felt forced and, frankly, kind of weird. I don't think I'm going to give a positive to a character for pointing out that getting shot hurts. I usually don't give positives for the fact that water is, in fact, wet. Maybe sometimes. I don't know. We'll think about that. I'm almost as fast as a car, ladies and gentlemen. Almost. Yeah, exactly. They didn't do anything with the Constant in 3. And frankly, they didn't do anything with Gray either. They came very close to you know, having an interesting story across 1 through 3. And then 3 just dropped the ball hard. Now, I know, IOI was going through some hella behind-the-scenes stuff at that point in history. And it makes a lot of sense for why everything was just kind of going, ugh. But, wow. So, thoughts on Miss Mui here? Oh yeah, 3's good on the gameplay front, absolutely. I think the biggest problem with 3, gameplay-wise, is it just doesn't have as much as 2. 2 had a lot of missions to it. Let's see. Thoughts on Miss Mui? I think I've already given the only thoughts I really have to give on all 3 of them. But to repeat myself, we've got the playful military person. That was Lamar's character. I can't remember his name. Then we've got the serious, you know, all-business person with a little bit of Stark. That's the one we're playing right now. And then we've got the complete psychopath, who was probably intended to be some kind of comedic effect. The jump button's actually surprisingly interesting. It does stop you for a second when you land, which is why I'm not doing it a bunch, but you can jump over stuff here. Watch this, watch this, watch this. I'm gonna not die here. Damn. I swear I could get on top of that, but whatever. Anyways. Interesting. Shadow Machine. I've never actually played that. So we've got our 3 varieties of characters, but so far, other than their intro cutscenes, I haven't seen a lot of characterization. Not that they're bad, just that there's not much there. Not a lot of meat on the bones. Yeah, you gotta heal. Please?
Yosef, look who's back. Hey, have you met Yosef? No, of course you haven't. This is how important our operation is, eh? They send me this guy, this old Russian bear. He used to be KGB, so you watch out. Working for us, for me, it means a lot of trust, right? I'll make you rich, mercenary, but I have to trust you. You don't behave, I'll have Yosef kill you. He'd do it too. Yosef's ex-KGB, did I mention that? Right, of course I did. So what that means is, we hear things. We know where people are. People like General Song. You want him? You keep working for me. We'll lead you right to him. Speaking of which, I got the contract for you already. The North Korea...
I needed that 10 seconds earlier, Judo Joker. Repop. Oh my god. And people wonder why I just put an R in my own nomenclature for remasters and remakes. What's this? Oh, it's Lollipop Chainsaw R. Oh, okay.
The Russians are providing a copter for you. I hope you remember your flight training.
Nice paint job. So much for a low profile.
I don't know how to fly in this game.
Good luck!
Thanks. Oh, okay. Oh, God. Okay, hang on. Okay, hang on. Yes, but I haven't read it yet, Act. I don't like to comment on those kind of things unless I've read them already.
지금도 소사령관님은 우리 땅에 있는 적군과 싸워서 이기고 있습니다.
Chinese officer I'm supposed to kill. Oh, there he is. Whoops.
That's one officer confirmed down.
I was looking up the creation of this game. Obviously, Pandemic were very much under the gun and working with LucasArts on multiple projects at the same time, by the way. Whoa, 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 whoa. But this game actually came out after San Andreas for a bit of perspective. Yes, this was between Battlefronts. Oh my god, this game. That physics. That physics. It's gonna be a little jostled when it gets to you. I'm just gonna let you know. Not as much as I'd like you to, Joker. For games that I'm walking in pretty much blind, I like to stay blind, which means not looking up stuff. But I was curious about some of the development cycle stuff. Like I said, they were rather busy and facing some very fierce competition. It's no wonder this game didn't sell super well. But it did have some good pedigree going for it, and apparently did well enough for itself to greenlight the second one.
Contract complete. That should keep Sergei happy.
And
Well done.
to keep them involved with LucasArts, who were pretty happy with how it turned out as well. Come on. Okay, we're back up to neutral with the Russian Mafia. I've heard mixed things about the second one. But yeah, EA started rearing its ugly head, and that was when EA was kind of at their worst. So... like, I speak in defense of EA mostly because they've started to turn around things a lot in the last 5-10 years. But it's no wonder why people still have a grudge for them, because they've been doing their whole rip studios apart thing since the 90s. However, yeah, like Darkrai and Dark Day just said in chat, for example. What I find really funny about all of this, though, is EA. Like, I know this doesn't make EA better, but it does make every other company worse when you realize that while EA would do horrible things, like, for example, buy a company, never do anything with its IPs, and chop up the company into its disparate resources and distribute through the rest of the EA, you know what it wouldn't do? Fire 1,500 people for no goddamn reason.
You're here to look at some merchandise.
Но все хорошо. Это действие уже успешно.
Like, I could use a lot of examples. Kroger is a good example if you're familiar with that company. They have done another record-breaking series of layoffs after posting tremendous profits and having a huge buyback in the last quarter. And I don't want to go down what buybacks are. Let's just say it's a bad thing. It is laying off people so that the people who own stock in the company can make more money. And yeah, Hi-Fi Rush, right? Good job on that amazing game that sold well and was well received. You're all fired. Yeah, EA would absolutely do things that we, the customers, hated because they would destroy companies that we loved and they would destroy IPs that we loved. But they wouldn't fire the people. They would redistribute them. They would reassociate and reanalyze the talent. They would take people and put them all over the place into different parts of the company. But they'd keep their jobs. They'd keep developing. Sorry, it's really sad to me that EA has become one of the better AAA gaming companies out there. Not by virtue of being better, but by virtue of everyone else going below them.
Да, мы пришлем тебе скоро. Но не очень скоро, ты понимаешь? Тяжело, внутрь, вверх. Что? Йосиф? Да, он здесь. Одну секунду.
Да? Да. Я был уже так.
Welcome back. Hey, as you can see, things are going well here. We got another job for you, if you want the extra cash. Hey, I told you we'd help you out, right? Joseph says he knows where God damn it!
Hongdo San Yu.
Right, that guy. We know where he is. He's yours, free of charge. This is how I treat my friends, eh? Also, he's got a nice missile truck. If you bring some of my boys with you, they'll bring it back for me. This would be a favor for me. You understand.
Also, how's the Russian, Eva? Hi, Eva.
Joseph, he knows things. Finds things out, like this Jack guy. Where would I be without Joseph?
Probably dead.
Sergei leaves things out, forgets things. I'll explain.
Hey, French philosopher. I haven't seen you in a while. I do hope you're doing alright. Because if you're not... Though it'd almost be funny if they hire 3, at the time, A-lister actors to be the 3 principal cast members. And then they just hired, nobodies for all the NPCs. I don't know. Although they did have James Hong.
Providing a truck and some soldiers for you.
Say, that truck looks familiar.
At least they patched it up.
Hey, I brought it back in one piece.
Yeah, we also had Carl Weathers earlier, too. Although he wasn't exactly an A-lister, but he's still good. Come on, get it. Where do you want to go? Either way, thank you, French philosopher, as always. And as always, if you want to put that towards up to 3 things, please let me know. Yeah, if Jennifer Hale starts speaking Russian, we'll have to have a chat. 'Cause I have a feeling she doesn't. Hi, Telmarud. I mean, it's definitely some mid-aughts jank offshore Twitch account.
There's a number card nearby. Check your radar for the location.
Really? Now? I'll come back to that. Assuming that'll stay there. Mid-aughts jank. Whoa, 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 whoa. What is happening? Okay, hang on. Speaking of mid-aughts jank. Okay. Last time I tried to drive under anything. Actually, yes, but only just with how it was rendering. Whoa! Wait, come back. It's the wrong button. I was trying to brake. Now I'm lost. Where am I? Okay, nope, this is right, this is right. Is this a long game? No. We're doing a little bit more of the content than you have to. But, no, it's not a super long game. Yeah, Stormare. Batman! Yeah, I'm expecting to finish this game tomorrow, and we'll start whatever's next on Saturday. We've got pretty much nothing but short games lined up, and that's pretty much on purpose. That's the main reason why I put Hitman up front. We might move around Shoot His Blood and Teeth to accommodate Shadow Machine.
Мочи грузовик!
There you go. Get out. Go on, you're right here. Please.
Я
당신분들은 우리를 싸웁니다. 우리는 목숨을 걸고 막아야 합니다.
The Russians will try
Stop shooting me.
clear the way for them.
Destroy vehicles? Really? I'll be completely honest, my estimates for Hitman were a bit off because I wasn't accommodating for like the bonus maps and stuff. And I don't think I was even thinking about Freelancer mode. And the constant interruptions I kept having on that stream.
All Koreans will give their lives to defend their homes.
Yep, let me just tank that shot there. That counted as destroying, that's funny. I mean, to be very clear, Hitman 3 was a very high-scoring game. That is a very good game. I don't want to in any way sound like it wasn't. Jeez. Okay.
정지!
That's true, Darkrai. Whoa there. Okay, that's alright.
The people of Korea will triumph over the foreign aggressors.
God damn it! Okay, new strategy. New strategy. I'm a mercenary, Blade to Fall. His constant off-duty brawling earned him several reprimands. He was deemed too violent and unstable to serve in the service, and was asked to leave. Oh, 100% Dark Day. Now, I kind of knew that ahead of time, to be completely
The
honest.
Russians are providing a truck and some soldiers for you.
We will lay
Say,
down our lives to
that
stop
truck looks familiar.
At least they patched it up.
Hey, I brought it back in one piece.
Поехали!
Don't mistake me, as much as I point out some of the flaws in Hitman, like, holy crap, you know. That is still the best stealth game I've ever played. The only game that challenges that... There's actually two, excuse me. There's two stealth games by memory that challenge that, and those are Mankind Divided and Dishonored 2. And that may or may not sound like a positive, but for me, that is a huge compliment. That's the level of pedigree that Hitman is up there with. Snake Eater? No. Snake Eater does a lot right, but not that much right. my very own RFF8 is going to be Hitman style when it comes to that. I've never played Phantom Pain, and I hope I never do. What's really sad is by the time we get to Dishonored 2 and Mankind Divided, that'll be most of the rest of the stealth games that we'll ever cover. Best bank level?
Мочи грузовик! Наемник!
The Russians will drive the missile truck out if you clear the way for them.
It's a great game. It's the most perfect game ever made in the history of the ever offshore truck game. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. I don't know, Evo. I think it is.
Yeah.
So since tanks are apparently garbage in this game, I'm just gonna immediately abandon our tank, because it's a tank and therefore useless. Please lock on? Jesus. Did not want to lock on that guy. Yeah, over here. Yeah, Death of the Outsider, just like Dishonored 2, was the old system. I admit I wasn't impressed with Death of the Outsider, though.
Nice work.
Not really.
There's the Jack. Take him out, we get our bounty.
Damn it. There we go. Okay.
Got one.
Still no healing. Man, I haven't seen Karate Kid in a long time. I have no idea if that's, you know, any good or not anymore. You did tell her to sweep the leg, right?
Roger, this is Expo 2. I am in the air.
The music is very Star Wars. Prequel trilogy, specifically.
I see your smoke. I'm at the LZ.
Excellent. That's a jack in the bag and a bounty in the bank.
Finally paid off that civilian I killed. Frickin' civilians. So I noticed there's no more Russian missions. Or Chinese missions, actually. Yeah, the one that ran into my bullets.
Need to patch myself up.
No, it's not John Williams. It's the other guy. It's the guy who did Battlefront, I'm pretty sure.
Where's a medic when you need one?
I'm guessing it's Psychopath Guy, Judo Joker. Enjoy some sleep, Dark. God damn it, game. Okay, so it's behind me. That's where I'm going. And yeah, it looks like we've just got a South Korea mission and then a United Nations mission. Excuse me, Allied Nations mission. But first I want to grab that other card. Goofy violence can work. See Saints Row for a good example of that. Sorry about this. Look at the plus side. I didn't kill you. Good morning off the deep end. Yeah, no fines. Woo! I robbed that civilian of their car. Yeah, and? Okay. Funnily enough, I agree, except I would also include 4 into that list, Dr. Winter. 3 was insane, and not in a way that I enjoyed. Like, 3 was too much for me. The Saints Row 1 I still haven't played to this very day.
This thing is about to blow. Need to patch myself up.
Woohoo, fluoridated water. What the hell does that do for me? God damn it! Whatever, I don't care. Don't care.
That'll be worth something to the Allies.
Yeah, not enough. In my defense, he was standing with another guy who was shooting me. Oh, thank God. Health. Finally, some health. You know what a game like this feels like it should have? Co-op. That's a good question on Short Twitch account. I don't know. I've actually never played Crackdown because Xbox. And Infamous I haven't played in a while. It does, Blade to Vol. But here we are. Alright, so, this will help out South Korea next. I'm hitting the wrong button.
The people of Korea will triumph over the foreign aggressors.
I'd agree with that, Dr. Winter. Oh, by the way, you know one thing that Saints Row does very, very well? Co-op. 2, 3, and 4 all have very good co-op design. Full campaign co-op, as I like to call it. Like, I should probably mention, I've never played Saints Row 3, or 4, or 2 single player. So I'm not even sure what that experience is like. I was actually just thinking about that, Cat Horse. Because, yeah, they've got a disguise system, kind of. But it seems like I don't understand how it works, I think. Because on the one hand, I'm totally disguised, but then, like, nothing I'm doing seems to be wrong. And yet then I lose the disguise, and I don't know why.
들어오세요.
No, of course not offshore Twitch account. Nobody else can stream for 9 to 10 hours a day.
Look who's back, Kim. It's everybody's favorite mercenary. The Chinese have taken Pyongyang Airport. Now that pisses me off for a whole mess of reasons, but before I do anything about it, I need someone to go in and extract a member of my staff they're holding for questioning. Guy's got a head full of intel, and the last thing I need is the Chinese sweating it out of him. A lot of people want a slice of the DPRK's pie. Well, they gotta get in line. Seen some guys driving around here trying to pass themselves off as Korean civilians? 20 years with a company and they think I can't recognize Chinese covert action staff when I see them?
Either way, the disguise system, and I'm going to say this as nicely as I possibly can, feels like an early prototype jank version of the disguise stealth we had back in Hitman. An idea that's a fascinating concept that I can see a lot of potential for, that absolutely is not in the game we're playing right now.
This guy Buford sounds like a real character.
Typical American ex-CIA burnout. Believe me, I have met more than my share.
Hey, did you know how vehicle disguises work? I'm guessing the way I've been losing it when I wasn't sure what I was doing is because I was being seen by an officer. And I'm not sure how I could tell there's an officer there to avoid them.
Pyongyang Airport. Bring him back safely.
용병이다.
Oh, it's way up there. Ah, flags are officers. I still am not super impressed with that because, let's say I'm zipping along. All right, let's just watch along. Da, 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 da. We'll wait until someone actually shows up. Which will happen. There you go, that guy right there. If he had a flag, I'm probably already spotted, even going like full tilt trying to stop or weave out of his way. Because the render radius is simply too short to avoid them once you've actually spotted them to avoid them. If that makes any sense. Also, it'd be nice if anything in the game told me that. But I am an idiot. And literally Hitler. I'm not sure what I'm doing in Korea instead of Argentina, but I got confused. Hitler was not known for being able to read maps, okay? There's another game series that's screaming for co-op, just cause. Oh wow. Yeah, that sounds helpful, Judo Joker. I don't know how it is possible to review Team Fortress 2. I don't say that as a negative, I mean that literally. I don't know how that would be possible to do. I had a YouTube short that's called Why I Don't Review Multiplayer Games. Go watch that. Anything stand out game design-wise? So far, the thing that makes this the most itself, I suppose, God damn it, I would say is the itemization, and even that I'm not sold on yet.
这是雇佣兵。
Yeah, exactly. The supply drops and the money you get from doing stuff. The deck of 52 is just a wish list. I'm not.
这是雇佣兵。
Sure what to say about that.
进攻！趴下！找到他！
Look, what I'm trying to say.
That's not good. Buford doesn't want anyone to know who's liberating his spies. The agent isn't here.
开火！敌军！进攻！ 找到他！开火！
He's not here either. That only leaves one place he could be.
找到他！进攻！敌军！救命啊！ 找到他！
Nope, it's time to kill my allies. In my defense, they are shooting at me.
开火！
Oh, that's a lot of rep loss for killing an ally.
找到他！
Again, though, they're shooting at me. So, screw them.
你在这儿干什么？敌军！进攻！
Fine, die, die, die! Just die.
谁在这儿？
Try to take you alive. That didn't work out. Come here, let's bring you in safely.
That's no
Thanks
good.
for
You can't
finding
rescue
me.
a dead
Let's get out of
spy.
here.
What?
你不应该在这里。
Why is he dead? What? Why is he dead? Okay. Allergy. Iron. Lethal. Alright, let's handcuff him. Ah!
This guy Buford sounds like a real character.
Typical American ex-CIA burnout. Believe me, I have met more than my share.
The agent is being held in one of the hangars at Pyongyang Airport. Bring him back safely.
one lesson they learned from the GTAs. No mid-mission checkpoints. That would take until the second DLC of GTA 4 for GTA to learn that lesson. Oh, I have no idea, Zekdev. How would I know? I know nothing. We are pretty firmly in the era of the GTA clones. Again, this came out after San Andreas, so GTA was running on a high at the time. I'm not sure when Saints Row 1 came out, but it had to have been around this era. Same thing with Infamous, same thing with Crackdown. Oh, absolutely, Judo Trooper. 100%.
这是雇佣兵，走这里。
Nah!
You should all plunder our land and make us slaves.
No, this is a good 2 years, or sorry, I keep screwing up the date. I don't know why I keep doing that. 1 year after San Andreas, 2005.
송사령관님은 한국인의 아버지나 다름없습니다.
That fence, wow. I guess the Chinese really knew how to build them to last. Build, present tense. It's definitely got in the brown era. Woo, there we go.
그리고 CIA가 당신 군대로 우리를 싸웁니다. 우리는 목숨
Really, Darkrai? Jesus.
趴下！
I am definitely a Chinese agent. Do not mind me. I'm still stealthed, to quote it. I know that sounds bizarre, but it's true. I am currently stealthed. That's why I'm doing this.
Hey, you, over here.
开火！这是雇佣兵，走这里。警告！
They saw you. That's not good. Buford doesn't want anyone to know who's liberating.
How am I
his
supposed to not... Okay,
spies.
whatever.
Okay, bring the agent back to the South Koreans.
Yes, but the gate had an officer, and officers break stealth.
You can't let the Chinese follow you back to Kaesong. Lose them.
So. Probably to go. Do I still think this looks pleasing? No, this game looks terrible. But, as I mentioned earlier, there's a weirdly good amount of art direction on several aspects of things. Like I've said before, the vehicles look surprisingly good.
Nah!
Of course there's an officer right here. And, for the most part, I don't have trouble telling what I'm looking at. The big exception to that is what I've already complained about, the stealth mechanic, which until you guys explained it to me a few seconds ago, I didn't understand at all. Or rather, I didn't understand to the depth I needed to actually be able to work with it. Better way to phrase that. Because I knew get in vehicle, stealth is vehicle.
Nearby. Check your radar for the
That was it.
location.
would say this game does look better than Ride to Hell, yes. Non-memeingly. Ride to Hell Retribution is what you get when you slap generic PS3 graphics engine on a bunch of developers who have no artistic design or concepts whatsoever. Again, by design, off the deep end. Ride to Hell is a very ugly game, I agree. It's ugly in the people, it's ugly in the terrain, it's ugly in the vehicles, it's ugly in the guns. It is an ugly game. Yeah, on a console that's notoriously hard to work with. Also true.
Perfect. That was a tricky job well handled. Buford should be impressed.
I don't know if I agree with that. Oh yeah, also terrible animation. I'm not even talking about the bugs, just the actual intended animation is terrible. I really want to review Ride to Hell someday. I know that sounds strange, but I absolutely mean it. I want to see how bad that game actually lines up as. Like, we have covered some very bad games in the last, what is it, 4 years now? I'm not even sure if Ride to Hell will break the Mega Man X7 barrier, which is usually like what I mentally consider as the barrier for the true Drek at the bottom. Yeah, no kidding, Dakota. Gained 1 rep. Oh, you killed the guy. Lost 3 rep. Mako, don't let me down. And Mako from another generation. Yeah, Starfield, but now with more Shattered Universe. I don't think I've reviewed most of them. No, you're. Although I don't even know, like I don't know what my top 10 is going to be. But for example, we haven't reviewed the Final Fantasies. We have covered the Zeldas now. We have covered the Metroids. So that's added to the list. We're Croatia-ing it up here a little bit. And we have covered the Mega Mans. Let's see, what else would I consider top? We haven't covered a lot of the grand strategy stuff, but we have covered StarCraft 2. We haven't covered Chrono Trigger. We have covered Dragon Age Origins.
No!
We have covered Mass Effect 2, yeah. Maybe we have covered a decent amount of my top 10 at this point. We haven't covered any of the really good Dragon Quests yet. Oh no, you're not getting me with that one this time. Get out of here. And he's dead! We haven't covered Odyssey. We have covered Wonder. To do this, Judo Joker. Oh, That's a good question. I have no idea why the NPC got out. Because he's North Korean. That's one of those questions I get more often than you'd think off your Twitch account. It boils down to this. If the first and or second of a trilogy is good and the third is not, is that still something you want to rewatch or replay? And that's your decision, really. That's your call. For me, the answer is absolutely yes. I have no problem, to use a random example, rewatching Empire Strikes Back and not rewatching Return of the King. And I mean, honestly, Mass Effect 2 is a really fun game for me. I can see myself replaying that someday in the future. And Taquid is right. As weird as that sounds, we know with certainty that Mass Effect 3 failed at concluding. So, like, pressure's off, right? There's no hesitation, there's no uncertainty. We know it sucks. So, we're good. Yeah, Back to Future 3, Return of the King. Yeah, let's grab a hard save here. We're going to keep using save states because usual reason. But I've been making a point, as usual, to only save when I have access to saves, which, for those of you who are wondering, means I have to be out of a mission. No mid-mission saves. Unless I get really pissed at the game. We'll see.
Your SNS signal's being jammed.
Well, whatever. I don't know how to get over or through that without having the right vehicle, so moving on. See, Blato, you get it. You get it.
Support options are back online.
Point being, it really is kind of a your call kind of a thing. Like I said, for me, I have no problem playing 1 or 2 or 3, even though 4 or 5 or 6 suck. But I'm very compartmentalized in how I think. So that's your call, really. Oh my god. Hit a tree. Somehow didn't hug a tree. Yes, I'd love to claim I did that joke on purpose, but actually, no, I did mean Return of the Jedi. Return of the King, Return of the Jedi. Revenge of the Jedi. Wrath of the Jedi. Yeah, you know what? Dragon Age Origins is another great example of that. You still like Dragon Age Origins? Regardless of 2 or 3 or 4? Nothing wrong with that. What's funny, when I was going back through for the rumination of Return of the Jedi, I was surprised by how bad the movie was. And I know what you're saying, but it's a good movie. Yeah. And the good parts are even better than I remember. And then there's the rest of it. There's a lot of spinning the wheels in Return of the Jedi. There's a lot of, huh? Some characters are practically not characters, and there is several aspects of what I can only refer to as cringe. Not just in the special edition, even in the original. But then there's the parts that really pop, and those parts are awesome, so, I don't know. It makes sense, knowing the behind the scenes. If only we'd gotten Spielberg.
다시 돌아와서 일을 치는 거군. 어? 성함은 평드레시입니다. 그의 계획서가 여기 있습니다. 보고 싶으시다면.
병, 아니 난 그가 누구인지 알아. 잘 알아.
It's true, though.
만약이라도 원하신다 할까 봐서요.
Hey, look who's back, Kim. It's everybody's favorite mercenary. Lee Choi runs his rackets out of Incheon, a city I got my eyes on. Unfortunately, it's pretty obvious to everyone involved that we're planning on moving in, and Choi is getting ready to hightail it out of there. You get your ass in there, bag him for yourself before he splits. And any of Song's men you happen to annihilate on the way in just makes my job easier.
Sorry, Plato.
Some of those prisoners are women and children. Ain't you got a heart?
No. I have a wallet, though. Yeah, I know several people in the same boat off the deep end. So yeah, looks like we get access to the Haug. For a cluster bomb. You know, Return of the King, I list as one of the best films ever made.
Really
And I stand by that.
I've known worse, believe it or not.
Just get Lee Choi, alright?
So I think this is what Judo Joker was talking about. Yep, it's fully refueled, repaired, or whatever. Doing good on our progress here. Not as good as I'd like, but good. You know what's really sad? You ever have one of those lawsuits or law battles, Pillars of Snow, where you're actually against both sides? That's me with the Nintendo versus Palworld thing. On the one hand, screw Nintendo and their litigious nature for going after crap. And the fact that they've been sitting on their laurels entirely too much with Pokemon. On the other hand, screw Palworld and the devs who made it, who are known assholes, who have the development capacity of a piece of string, which happens to have some glitter attached to it. So, screw both of them, really. Being honest, staring down the barrel of Nintendo, they're probably going to, you know, settle. Because, duh. So the hype for Palworld's actually really easy to explain. All you have to do is understand that it's Pokemon with guns! And then people are like, woo! And then meme culture took over and did the rest of the marketing for them. The actual quality of Palworld is irrelevant to the conversation, because it made so much of its sales figures based solely on mimetic spreading. Nothing else. Now, it may be a good game. I have no idea. I haven't played it. I do think it's funny, though, that Palworld had effectively left the conversation of the public consciousness until Nintendo decided to sue them. Is there a self-destruct button in here? Yep, you can trap people in Pokeballs, enslave them. You're actually encouraged to enslave them, and slaughter them, and breed them, obviously, for enslavement and slaughter. Damn, am I out of C4? Damn. Yeah, it's very RimWorld without the humor factor of RimWorld. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to pick up the RPG. With its one shot. So let's make this count. Okay. Oh, no, 2 shots, sorry. There we go. Alright. Yeah, like, imagine... We've talked about this with several games. Imagine Borderlands, but played completely straight. Or, again, RimWorld, but played completely straight.
공격해!
Oh, Jesus, I can't even tell who's shooting at me. And we're dead. Exactly, Blitchful. And you'll notice that's exactly what happened. But then the memes died out, and everyone else just kind of bled out of the game. Even the devs had already abandoned Palworld. That's their pattern. It's one of the reasons I spit so much venom at them. It's their third, I think, game they've abandoned, and they've already been thinking about abandoning their fourth game. Well, ask me in a minute when I'm not dead, Zach Taffnell. I'll tell you.
Boy, these North Korean generals really are a sweet group of guys.
I've known worse, believe it or not.
Just get Lee Choi, all right?
Actually, yeah, Mr. Red. I don't know what the formal term is, but I always mentally think of them as chop shop developers. They're not actually there to make games. They're there to make the beginnings of games. Try to make as much money off of making the beginnings of games as they can, so they make another beginning of games so they can make enough money off of that other beginning of games so they can make another beginning of a game, and just keep the cycle rolling. And that's their job. Get enough people interested in the concept of your game and never actually finish it, because, and I know this is going to sound strange, but starting a game is actually pretty easy. Getting a game that is functional is relatively easy to do. I could do that. Give me a week, and I'll give you a functional game that is playable and has concepts and interesting ideas in it. I could do that. Anybody in chat could do that right now. The tools exist, the resources exist. Finishing that game, actually making it a polished and interesting experience, a full, fleshed-out product, that's a lot harder and takes a lot more time. So, never finish a game. Steam Greenlight was absolutely riddled with that kind of thing back in the day.
용병이다.
Yeah, no, it is a scheme, if we're being honest. Ooh, hello. I'll come back for that. Where's that RPG? Do you have it? There it is.
Port options are back online.
I was actually thinking about that, Judo Director. I'm not sure if I've just been lucky so far in not dying.
No.
Oh, absolutely off the deep end. Is this a laser or is this a smoke grenade? Well, they clearly lined this up for us, so let's assume they lined it up on purpose.
Choi has already filled them up, so you might be able to set up chain reactions.
Interesting. Oh, absolutely, Ross. I mean, first of all, you've got the general multiplayer co-op factor, right? Even bad games can be enjoyable played co-op. But that also works on the positive side, too. Good games become great when co-opted. And second of all, some games just are designed around co-op from word go. And Baldur's Gate 3 is clearly one of those, just like DOS 2 was. I'm expecting to finish tomorrow, Traxy. We're not even a quarter of the way through the game yet, so I don't want to jump the gun on that. It would be awesome to finish this game today, don't mistake me. But I don't think that's happening. We did play Ghost Recon Breakpoint in co-op. It didn't salvage it.
Putting an end to Choi's plans and making the world just a little safer. Lear's on the base somewhere, but you'll have to scout around for his exact location. Or wait until the helicopter lands.
Game where co-op is negative. Actually, yeah, Resident Evil 5 has been argued, but I don't know, I think even RE5 will probably be, you know, good co-op positive. So a negative to co-op. I feel like there is such an example, such an esoteric and strange example of that.
You need to find a way to either get up there or get him down.
Battletoads. Could you stop, please?
Helicopters have lifted off and are en route to Ichon.
Jesus Christ, game.
Where's a medic when you need one?
Game, you gonna let me move? Just the first one, but later on, but you are correct.
Need to patch myself up.
Landing zone not clear. I was wondering what happens if you pick a bad spot. I'm tempted to say Army of Two. But even that, I'm not sure, and I haven't played that game in a long time, so... Big asterisk on that.
Roger, this is Expo 2. I am in the air. I see your smoke. I'm at the LZ.
I mean, friendly fire in a co-op, yeah, that's something that's going to be eyebrow-raising no matter what.
Beautiful. Choice being verified. Buford owes us one.
I mean, it makes sense, Plutonia. I need to distract him. Braka, 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 braka. Alright, so now's when I have to pause. Kill Judo Joker. There we go. Need to look something up. Yeah, why haven't we had an orc? A proper orky RPG? Ugh. Good afternoon, Giga. Shoot His Blood and Teeth is going to be fun, but hopefully it won't be quite as frustrating as we had. We had a really frustrating playthrough when we were doing that. That's what I thought. So Judo Joker, who has absolute control over this run, wants me to go ahead and do all the cards. Damn it, Giga Pudding. Alright. Let me get my syringe. Hold still. There we go. Okay. You're better. North of Pyongyang. Where is north of Pyongyang? Well, let me just check the map for Pyongyang. Aha! I'm very curious about Resurgence, too. I'm going to be honest, I don't have high hopes for it. So I'm looking forward to seeing how it actually lines up.
There's a number card nearby. Check your radar for the location.
Yeah, Telltale games usually make for good streams and good enjoyment. So we'll see. This can sound like a weird statement, but why is melee range so short? God! Why is there water over here? Twah. I'm ready, Judo Joker.
Roger, this is Expo 2. I am in the air.
Ooh. I assume proper remake, right, Ross? Ignoring the obvious fact that we've already had a proper remake of Zelda 1. The fact is that we've already seen Zelda 1 done properly, because we have LTTP and Link Between Worlds. But LTTP really is Zelda 1, but no really this time. So, Zelda 2, much more unique, and I'd much rather they do something with that, if given an opportunity. I like some of the ideas of 2, I've said that before. I'll say that again. I mean, they've been ignoring Zelda 2 for decades, and I talked about why. Miyamoto and his influence. Wrong button.
Eternalize the glorious leader.
There, I am now officially a streamer.
There's a number card nearby. Check your radar for the location.
공격해!
I'm just chewing some soil.
Where's a medic when you need one?
수류탄! 단장! 피해!
Well, I lost my helicopter, so that's cool. I mean, honestly, ditto off the deeper end. I mean, have you ever played the mod that just gets rid of the live system? Because it's a surprisingly big change, given that it's one change.
피해!
Hot tank. Alright, make the call right now, Judo Joker. Are we capturing or are we killing? I mean, I already answered it, unfortunately, Ross. The single biggest amount of improvement you can make to Zelda 2 is to get rid of the live system completely. Just boom. Instantly improves the game. Your wish is my command. Oh no, it has airstrikes. You have to pay for them, of course. See you around, Devo. Have fun. Remember, strong. Hey, Just Shadows.
Good job.
I actually like my guns. I'll keep them for now. So the one change game for the Zeldas. That's a good thing to get my mind engaged. Sorry, I'm a little bit blurgy today. I do apologize. I didn't get a really good night's rest. So, Let me think.
Got one.
One change for Zelda 1. Well, okay. Your wish is my command, Zecteft. Where'd that stupid gun go?
There's one.
It's gone. It's gone! You killed it, Zecteft! Oh, there it is. Hang on. So let's swap to this, and we'll try out the shotgun for a while. Oh, sure. Thanks, game. One change to Zelda 1. Gosh. Southeast of Kaisong. Yeah, I saw that. Southeast of Kaisong. Okay. It's alright, Just Shadows. It's the worst game ever made. Kinda wish I still had my helicopter, though. Listen, whatever your opinion is, that is the correct one. I exist only to validate your pre-existing opinions. No, or rather, yes, we are still getting the audio glitches, but it's only in cutscenes, so it's not the end of the world. This is the shotgun. Can you even hear the shotgun firing, by the way? Because, yeah. Damn. God, I'm torn on one change to fix Zelda 1. To get the maximum amount of change out.
This leader will destroy the Russian rebels who steal your food.
Make it shorter. I mean, legitimately, the easiest, simplest change to affect the maximal positive would be to remove second quest entirely. But that feels like a cheat answer. Yeah, having better guidance is a nice pick, but the problem is that that is, again, not really one change. That's more like a dozen smaller changes. Yeah, exactly, but so honestly, if I had to pick one change, I think I would make the Wizrobes less bullcrap. We actually talked about how the Wizrobes are total bullcrap and why they demonstrably make several dungeons substantially worse, simply by virtue of the fact that those are the Wizrobe dungeons. Like, there's a reason many players will do, 6 and 7 before they do 5 or something like that. That way they have all the gear and the hearts and the tech ready to go fight the Wizrobes. Maybe it's 6, that's the Wizrobe level. But you know the one I'm talking about. The Wizrobe dungeon. So I think that's the smallest change I can make to that. Alright, so smallest change to LTTP. Music's a good pick, too. I stand by the Wizrobes, but music's a good pick. LTTP.
후퇴! 나쁜 놈!
나쁜 놈. 공격해.
Well,
Well, that can't be good.
expert driver.
돌격!
I think the biggest change I would make to LTTP is to shuffle the sword upgrades a little bit earlier. I think we talked about that too during the run. Make it so that, you know, you get the Master Sword before you get the Master Sword. Or maybe you just start with the Master Sword in terms of gameplay, in terms of stats. Then when you get the Master Sword, that upgrades you to the equivalent of the Tempered Sword. And then once you get the Tempered Sword, that gives you the Butter Sword. Allowing you to really play with the Butter Sword throughout the course of LTTP is a pretty big change, and it is a lot more fun. And I know this because I play LTTP rando. The damage isn't actually the biggest thing, weirdly enough. It's the reach. Each of the sword upgrades I just mentioned have, it's only a few pixels, but each one hits a slightly larger reach. And it is noticeable, especially by the time you get to the Butter Sword, which is just FWONK! It's just this wave of death in front of you. More damage is nice, but the reach is the thing I care about. Now, my favorite part about talking about the reach is how I can't reach you with this conversation right now because I just lost connection to Twitch. So thank you for that, Twitch. That's fantastic. I really love disconnecting from Twitch. It's one of my favorite things to do. Well, where the hell is this asshole? Come on. Twitch is like, no, I'd rather die. And, I mean, since Twitch did die, I suppose that makes sense. Twitch has fulfilled on its promise of dying. Southeast of Kaisong. What the other one? And north of the DMZ. Okay. Ah! That's Kaisong. Am I blind? Am I dumb? Am I dumb? No. Southeast of Kaisong. Nope, that's just... The damage isn't the important part, it's the reach, Blade Ball. I won't repeat everything I just said. Just for you, VOD watchers, you know who you are. There we go. Okay, so where's the DMZ? Yes, legible. You know, since I have the intel, maybe just put it on the map so I can see where it is. Where's the DMZ? Isn't this whole... Oh, there it is. I see it. So that's the gun. Okay, so... Sure, let's do... this. Yep. Let's just go surfing. Well, because you asked that question, no, I am not just Shuddex. I'm afraid I have to stab myself now. There we go. If they don't, then that's my answer. Make each sword have more reach. If nothing else, we actually showed how much of an improvement that is in several of the 2D Zeldas when we were doing the Zelda
There's a
block.
number card nearby. Check your radar for the location.
The games that allow you to have decent reach tend to be the more fun ones when it comes to combat. Oh, we will, Zactaf. But first we have to show off how amazing the shotgun is. Okay. shotgun asserter. Yeah, exactly, Ross. Okay, so moving on from LTTP, that moves on to Ocarina. One change for Ocarina. The easy cheat answer is, I mean, you know exactly what it is, get rid of Master Quest. So that's a cheat answer, so let's try and think of a real answer. Improve Ocarina with a minimum amount of changes, with one change, to maximize impact. Dedicated jump button. I know you couldn't really do that on the N64, which is probably why they didn't. But this is 2024, you know. So, dedicated jump button. Sorry. So they hardly had any buttons on the N64, and pretty much all of them were already taken. The N64 was, in many ways, a step down from the SNES when it comes to controller design. And I'm not even talking about the weird dongle thing. That's explainable. Just layout and number of buttons was not great on that controller.
Fall back! Crap!
And I hit a lead sandbag there. Lead bag? I haven't heard of that mod, but that sounds amusing, Just Shadows. Okay, so let's go and do Majora's Mask. Honestly, Majora's Mask is a very, very easy fix. Just fix how the Zora form works. And if you feel like it, also fix the bosses. Boom, done. That's an easy, quick, efficient fix. Let's see, what else? I suppose Link's Awakening. Get rid of the blur. Actually, yeah, just get rid of the blur. There you go. Boom. So there's Link's Awakening. Let's see what else. Yeah, exactly, Blade to Volt. Like, the remaster, the R version fixed a lot of my issues with the original. So. Gosh, what else?
Hey!
First thing I do is I get rid of the lead bag, Zactaft. And that sounds like a joke, but I actually mean that sincerely. This is a game about silly, fun, ridiculous destruction. Make everything destructible. Let us just run over things and blow things up with a vehicle, rather than conk. Also, raise the HP of the vehicle so they don't explode the moment I accidentally touch a tree too fast. It wasn't that bad, especially since they got rid of it in the dungeons, Blade to Vol. But it's still there, and it's still something I would rather they got rid of.
Pierre!
So, Wind Waker. Oh, jeez. How do we improve Wind Waker with only
There's
one
another car
change?
nearby. Check your radar for
Because
the
I want
location.
like 50 changes to Wind Waker. So, Wind Waker did have fast travel. It kind of sucked, but it was still there.
Colonel Garrett is going to be happy to hear about this.
I mean, I should probably mention just yet, because I'm not talking about the original versions of any of these games. The change I suggested for Ocarina is for the 3DS version, for example. The change I suggested for the Link's Awakening is for the Switch version, for example. I think for Wind Waker, there's two changes I have in mind. I'm not sure about this. One would be to completely eject the Triforce Hunt. Just nuke it, top to bottom. The second idea would be to repair that one dungeon. I forget which one it was, but it was the one I hated the most. I mean, removing Tinkle can only improve anything.
Head on in.
I have no comment at this time. No, ma'am. General Song's status hasn't changed. Miss Livingston, when I know something, you'll be the first I tell. Now that's not a very ladylike thing to say, is it? Back for more, huh? Takes a lot of cash to go after bad guys solo, I guess. I don't mind giving you work, that's for sure. Song's army's being reinforced by troops coming out of their underground tunnel network. Now we need someone on the ground acting as eyes and ears for our smart bombs. If you can find Song's tunnels, our airstrikes will blast them to Kingdom Come. Those tunnels let Song's men move where they want and strike where they want. Without your help, I won't have much of an army left.
In that case, I'd just get rid of what's-his-face. The Deku you run around with in the Wind Temple. All he does is unlock doors anyway, so just have the doors be unlocked or have there be a key. There you go. One change.
I hate dealing with these tunnels. You never know how many troops you're fighting.
No problem. Soon as they pop their heads out, they're gonna get a nasty surprise.
He's probably pretty crazy, Zach Daft. Hang on, this is bothering me. Oh, definitely the funny kind. So I'm staring at the N64 controller, Shadax, and I think I'm going to go ahead and disagree with you on this. So, there's the C buttons, right? That's already taken up by the menuing of those options. B and A, because it's a NES controller. R, which is barely used for anything, that's like the shield. And then Z, which is used for targeting, which is mandatory for a game like Ocarina. That's it, that's your buttons. There's no real way to, like, based on the N64 controller, there's no additional button you could press to have jump, right? Now, I'm not saying that's the only reason they don't have a jump button in Ocarina, but just look at the layout of the controller. There's no real possible way to add a jump button unless it's a button that's doing double duty. And back then, they didn't do that because they actually had smarter game design back then, frankly. So if we were to add, I don't know, things like that, they could add it as an item. I agree with that. Lord knows they, you know, that's something they did in Link's Awakening. Ugh. I stand by my statement, though. I do think that that is part of the reason why they don't have a dedicated jump button. Especially since we know Ocarina, like Mario 64, was being made in order to learn the N64 hardware. Anyway, shortcut buttoning. When did shortcut buttoning first come into gaming design? It was the first game I could think of that had short.
And Allied forces are fighting near your position.
The first shortcut game I can think of is actually Kingdom Hearts 2.
Here's a
Or,
tip.
sorry, Kingdom Hearts
Surgical
1.
strikes are great for taking
I
out
know
hard
it's before that,
structures
though.
like barracks, hangars, or tunnel entrances. To use a surgical strike, you'll need to select it from your support menu. Once selected, you can designate a target using a hacked satellite feed.
Roger, target received. Bombs free.
Good job. Use the same technique when you want to destroy other hardened structures.
They like to give us freebies and then charge us for missions they're paying us for. Did I just bounce over that guy completely? Oh my god.
Good.
Let's see if we can pull a twofer.
Roger, target received.
Charge!
Bombs free.
All Allied checkpoints are secure. Excellent work. Payment incoming.
Yeah, the car flip mechanic was great, and has been great in a lot of games. Anyway, sorry, so Oracle of Seasons. So minimum change to Oracle of Seasons. Oh, gosh. Shorter dungeons. By the way, is Saturday good for you, Shadow Machine, or do you want me to push it out some more? So far, my favorite vehicle is the helicopter. By a huge margin, I might add. It handles a lot better than I thought it would, and doesn't run the risk of spontaneously exploding because I accidentally hit a tree. You see, the problem is, with Oracle of Seasons, most changes I would want to make is like your change off the deep end, aka something that violates the spirit of the minimum change game. Either big sweeping changes or many, many, many smaller changes. So I think I'm actually just going to give up on Oracle of Seasons. I don't have one change that's going to affect anything big in Oracle of Seasons. Although I do have an idea for both Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons. Get rid of Twin Rova and Ganon. I get that it's actually part of the story arc that then leads into Zelda 1. I just kind of don't care. See, that sounds awesome off the deep print. The ring system?
There's a number card nearby. Check your radar for the location.
That's correct, Shadow Machine. Alright, so give me a time frame. What do you want me to hit? Nice hold up you got here, buddy.
Got one.
Didn't you want to be there for Wingman as well, Shadow Machine? That's fine.
Good work.
So anyways, the shotgun sucks. Moving on. Okay. Yeah, I think I agree, actually. Fixing the ring system would be a good fix for both games. And that is just one change. Well, this is interesting. Hey, is the car in one piece or not, just Shadows? Twilight Princess. Eject Ganondorf. No. Jesus. How do I get out of here? I was thinking about fixing the ending. I'm not sure if that qualifies as one change, but... How am I supposed to get out of here? It's a valley with no exits. Like, and there was a dude over here, so the game obviously wants me to come here. So, like... What? Twilight Princess, Spectacle. Yeah, okay, I guess we have to do medevac, wherever that is. Okay.
The Ten of Clubs.
So I guess we have a Hearthstone. That's nice.
The man responsible for as much as 22% of...
I can't in good conscience prefer Zant to be different, because the final boss with Zant is one of my favorite bosses in Zelda history. And a lot of that boils down to the flavor of the fight, not just the gameplay of the fight. Right? I get your point, though. Oh, that's apparently a race. I don't want to do a race. I just want a vehicle. So I'm not sure, like, what one change could improve the Sky City. Other than adding Dragon Player to it. That would obviously improve it. Whoop. I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. I meant to mention earlier we're going to be doing a larger lunch break than usual today. I just have to go get some errands done. That's all. Honestly, improving a lot of the weird music in general would probably improve my enjoyment of Twilight Princess. But I also know that would probably detract from other people's enjoyment, so... Same thing with the weird visuals and the weird in general. Yeah, maybe better shortcut design in Sky Temple. That feels like... Or Sky City. That feels like a single change. Make it so you don't have to, like, traipse through half the frickin' level if you make one screw-up at one point. Better combat for Wolflink. That'd be tricky. Because whatever it is, it has to play pretty much the same, relatively intuitively, as, you know, Sword and Board Link. Maybe gain some moves for Wolf Link, just like you gain moves for Sword Link. I can see that. I'm actually torn on Twilight. I mean, Twilight's one of my top, what, 3, 4 games? See? Expert driver. Until I took my hand literally off the wheel. Fifth. Apparently Twilight is the 5th highest rated game I've ever covered.
The Mercenary!
Why is it always entering on the right on helicopters? That makes so little sense. Okay, so this is our most recent vehicle now.
First ace contract. Come on in and I'll give you the details.
Division 39 was basically a state-sponsored mafia before President Kim found out about it. Wangbo's probably spent a lot of cash getting ready to defend himself.
Yeah, and we're about to spend a lot of cash taking him out. Oh. Hey, Merc. Glad you could make it. We're ready to clear you for your first ace contract. Try to keep the casualties down, if you can.
No
Thanks to
promises.
the intel you gathered, we now know the ace of clubs, Deng Wangbo, head of Division 39, is based somewhere in the vicinity of Song Tower. Wangbo's using GPS jammers to blind our satellites. This may mean Song's nearby, too. If you can destroy the jammers, we'll locate Wangbo, and you can bag him. Maybe get Song, too. Then we can all go home, huh? I thought President Kim was a good guy. Why the hell would he let someone like Wangbo work for him?
Minister of Foreign Affairs and secretly responsible for keeping graft and vice in North Korea under government control. State-sponsored mafia until President Kim dismissed him. It's an interesting idea.
Your first ace contract. Let's just make sure it's not your last.
You were a motivational speaker before you came to Exops, weren't you?
Okay. We have 4 tank busters. 4 cluster bombs.
There's my ride.
Thanks. Thanks for getting rid of my ride. You're welcome. You're dead. He's gonna let you live, too. But then you should an RPG at a Jeep. So. Honestly, the easiest change I could come up with for Skyward Sword feels like a cheat. Fix the controls. Just straight up make the controls like actual controls. Like they did in Twilight Princess. Boom. Done. Oh, I like it. Just... Remember the Abomination in Tears of the Kingdom? Just picture that, but with bodies.
Your SNS signal's being jammed.
Yeah, story-wise, doing something with Demise would be an easy pick. Especially if they were going to use him again in Tears. I mean, he was off the T-print in pretty much every way that matters. Like we were talking about on stream, he was a typical concept of an Oni. Spirit from the underworld. Values strength and power above all other things. And just wants to dominate all other life. That's just... There you go, boom, done. Frickin' mummies. Yes, I am definitely North Korean. Beep boop. Hail to our glorious father and mother. May I someday be an orphan.
Time to bail out.
One jammer down.
He stole this idea from Judo Joker. Whoa. And we're dead. What the hell would I do to breath? I've already said my minimum change game for Link Between Worlds. Get rid of Painter guy. I can't even think of his friggin' name. Get rid of him. Switch you-know-who to be the final boss instead. Just boom, done.
Your first ace contract. Let's just make sure it's not your last.
You were a motivational speaker before you came to Exops, weren't you?
Baseball. It was the only thing I didn't get that playthrough.
Your SNS signal's being jammed.
Link Between Worlds was fantastic. So we just kill these guys? I am a fellow North Korean soldier. Careful, they almost ran over you. That would have been terrible.
Support options are back online.
My God, it would have been so horrible if I accident. Oh no! How did this happen?
Excellent. That was a nice easy bonus, wasn't it?
Anyways.
Your SNS signal's being jammed. Support options are back online.
Who is shooting at me?
Your SNS signal's being jammed.
That guy, wow.
Support options are back online.
Okay.
Your SNS signal's being jammed.
I don't know, Ross, what's your thoughts? What would you do to Breath? I mean, straight up removing durability entirely, I do think would fix a lot of things. It's a crude solution to a complex problem. But it would absolutely work. Hello, fellow robots. I exist. And I'm definitely on your side.
나쁜 놈. 피해! 죽어! 이 토야지 같은 놈!
Oh, I don't have any C4. Damn it.
다 앉아! 피해! 돌격! 후퇴!
Time to bail out.
One jammer down.
I mean, admittedly, durability does feel like a cheat answer. That's why I didn't answer it immediately. It is almost assuredly the correct answer. In fact, the truly correct answer is make durability a toggle. Boom. The enormous quantity of problems are fixed with the simple option of having a freaking switch in the menu. Oh shoot.
This thing's about to blow.
Well, whatever.
Support options are back online.
Yeah, exactly, Blitchville. Anyway, so, I'm now out of time. So, I'll be back in a few hours.